Hi, folks. You're welcome to Forex Concepts, beginners class episode 3. So we are going to be discussing about candlesticks, and then we will discuss about bull, bear, time frame. Okay, so these are the four major things that we will be discussing in this video. Okay, so in the last episode, which was episode 2, we discussed about Forex terminologies, which by now I'm sure you are now getting familiar with what basic Forex terminologies are, because those are some of the things that uh, any tutor or any Forex video that you will come across will majorly use. Okay, so you can't escape from all those Forex terminologies. So please, if you have not watched that episode 2, I will advise you to go and watch it, because that is what will make you to start understanding this next episode. Okay, and if eventually you have not even watched the episode 1, I will advise you to go and watch episode 1 and then watch the episode 2, and then you come to this one, which is episode 3, because my aim on this video is to ensure that I teach you Forex to the basic level, such that you will be able to pick profitable trades and then make a lot of money for yourself. So today, as I've said, we'll be discussing about candlesticks. So now, what are candlesticks? If you look at the description or explanation we made in the initial video, you will understand what candlestick is: a record of price action. Now, let us go to a live Forex environment so that we will be able to understand what this means. So now, if you look at these charts, this represent price actions. Okay, so whatever the price is doing at any given point in time, that is what forms a candlestick. So if you look at this one, now we are on a 1 minute time frame. Okay, so now if you look at it, look at what this price is doing in the market. So as this price is moving, whoever has an active trade and then the price is moving in his own favor, then that person will be making a lot of money. Okay, so this price movement in the market is what makes people actually to make money. So now everything that you see around this place is only a reflection of what price has been doing in the market. Now this candle, if you see here, this candle formed, you know as a result of what the price has been doing, and then it moved on to form this next candlestick. It now again moved on to form this candlestick, and then moved on to form this candlestick. So as you are seeing this price movement right now, it is forming a candle. So I want you to pay so much attention. You will see as it is moving, it is forming the candle. Can you see this? The price is changing. Just be taking note of this. You can see the price is changing, and then it is forming this candle. And one thing I will want you to understand is that as candlesticks are forming, it will close within a given specific time. So that's why I will want to explain this episode together with a time frame, so that you will understand what candlesticks means in relation to time frame. So now it just closed this candle, it have started forming another candle. Now you see it have moved on, and then is now forming another candlestick. So that is what candlesticks is. Now let us pick one candlestick, and then we look at what exactly it is telling us. Okay, we are going to pick, okay, let us pick these two candles. Okay, so now if you can see here, we are having two different candles here. So these two candles are actually two different candles. So we will be looking at these two candles, this one, okay, and then this one. So we'll be looking at these two candles, this green candle and then this red candle. So now, as I've explained earlier in the forex terminologies, when you see a green candle, okay, it signifies a price increment. So usually when you see a green candle, that is a candle that is forming upward, it usually opens on the lower body end. Okay, so if you look at this place, this is where this candle opened. Okay, now let me put an arrow for you there so that you can be able to understand what I'm saying. So this is where this candle formed. Okay, so this is it. Let me point this arrow so that you will be able to understand it. So if you see this place, that is where it formed. Let me drag it so that you will get to understand it better. So this point, okay, around this point, this is where it opened. Okay, so when it opened, the price at its own formation now decided to come down a little bit to this point, and then when it came down to this point, then it now went up again, and then went up to this higher point, which is this place, and then after it went up to this place, and then it now came and then closed in this point. It closed at this point. That is why you see this wick of this candle. Okay, now if you notice what this candlestick has been doing around this place, you discover that it was moving and then forming this candle. Now this candle opened around this place, if you notice, then it was now coming down. It even came down as low as this point, and then it decided to move up again, and then it is still forming. Okay, once it comes to the end of that particular time, then it will stop where it stopped and then close and then form another new candle. So now you can see it opened here, it came down, and then it went up. So it now became a green candle. And if for any reason this price comes down below this place where it opened, then it is going to change and become red. So that is it. Okay, so that is what candlestick is. So let me go to our whiteboard and then illustrate to you why this candle is forming this body and then is forming these wicks. Okay, this is it. Now this is what the price does. For a price that is going up, for instance, it comes down, it opens around this place. Okay, let me draw it so that you'll understand it better. It opens around this place, and then as the price is moving down, and then it moves up. As it is moving up, and then it goes up beyond the place where it opened, and then it starts coming down. But then if the price closes above where it opened, then this is going to form a green candle. Now look at this point. It opened around this point, but then it closed around this point. So that is where it will now form this body. You see the body of the candle, that is the bigger body, and then the wicks will now be the tail. Okay, the point where it came down before reversing up, and then the point where it went up before reversing down, and then it closed. That is where this tail is. That is where you will now see from this point. Now if you look at this point to this point, that is where the tail will form. Okay, then it will now, from this point, it will now form a body. Okay, so now it will form a body down to this place, and then this point also will now form a wick. That is when you will see a candle forming something like this. I believe this is self-explanatory to you by now. Okay, so but anytime you see a candle open on the lower point and then closes on the upper point, that is what an uptrend candle is, which is a bull candle. Okay, now when a candle on the other way around opens on the upper end, okay, and then closes on the lower end, that forms, a red candle, which is a bear candle. So now if you look at this place, the price opened around this place. When it opened around this place, it now went up to this level, and then when it went up to this level, it now came down to this point. When it came down to this point and then went up again, so when the time was up, it now closed around this place. That was when it opened another candle again. So now look at this one. It opened around this place, it came down, it then went up and then closed above where it opened. Now let me expand it so that you will see what I'm talking about. Okay, so you look at it. So look at it here. So this is the wick that is forming. Okay, now this one, now when the time was up, it now closed and then opened another candle. Okay, so anytime you see a candle opening, anytime you see a candle opening at a point and then close lower than that point, then it is going to be a downtrend candle, because now this is how it looks like. Okay, let me open another new page. So this is how it looks like. It opens around a point, it moves up, and then it comes down, and then it closes at a point below that one. So this is where the price opened, and then this is where it closed. Okay, and then form this body, and then this is the tail. Okay, and then this is the tail below, and then it's going to form what? It's going to form a red candle. Okay, so that is what a bear candle is. Okay, any candle that is coming down, is forming a downtrend, then that is a bear candle. That is when it will form this body like this and then form wicks. Okay, so that is what is happening in the market. So I believe you now have an understanding of what a candlestick is, and then you have an understanding of what a bear candle is, and then you have an understanding of what a bull candle is. Now if you look at it, I just explained candlesticks, it records price action. So if you look at what I just explained, you will now understand that all these candlesticks that you are seeing is only forming a price. Okay, it's forming a record of what the price is doing in the market. And then also, if you look at this bull, I just explained this bull candle. Okay, now is the rise in price. Okay, so all this one, if you see the price going up, it forms a green candle, which is a bull candle. If it is coming down, it forms a bear candle. Okay, which is this bear candle. Now this takes us to time frame. Now what does time frame refers? It refers to any designated units of time in which a trading takes place. Now in this place, we are on a 1 minute time frame now. Okay, we are on a 1 minute time frame. So if you look at this point, you will discover that each of these candlestick is forming in 1 minute. So if you are on a 1 minute time frame, if you look at this place, we are on 1 minute. You see this white place? 1 minute time frame. So it is telling you that each of these candle is formed in 1 minute. Each of these candle is formed in 1 minute. So after 1 minute, it will now come and open another candle. And then if 1 minute elapse again, it will close that candle and then it will open another candle. Now, if you look at this candle right here, you will discover that as time goes on, it will come and then stop, and then another candle will open. Now, in just less than a minute, because it was on there, so just put now you can see the price just closed and then opened another one. But then it opened on a lower point and then closed on a higher point. That is why it formed a green candle. Now, if for any reason this candle that just started forming now opened at this point, now look at it, this is where it opened. Okay, let me put a stick around that place for you. This is where it opened. And if the price closes below this line, this white line that I put, if it closes around that place, below that place, then it is going to be a red candle, which is going to be a bear candle. But if it closes above that point, then it is going to be a what? A bull candle. So now let's just give it some seconds and then see what is going to happen. Okay, now you will now understand that. You now see when the price went up above the place where it opened, it became green. Okay, just keep observing it. If it comes down below it, it will now form what? Red candle. So now let's just give it some moment to observe it so that we see this candle closes, and then we will now understand that time frame only tells us what a price does at a given point. Now look at it. It now closed green because it closed, slightly above that price. Now let's look at this one again. It opened around this place. It now came down. Okay. So when it now came down, now it became red, and if it goes up beyond this line, it will what? It will become green. So that is what happens. So now time frame is telling you what the price is doing at a given point in time. Now let me change it to, let's say, 5 minutes time frame. You will now discover what the price has been doing. Now if you look at it, all that this price has been doing in that 1 minute time frame, it has been coming down. Okay, it doesn't matter whether the price goes up, it comes down, it goes up, it comes down. It will keep on moving within the same candle until that 5 minutes elapses to form that 5 minutes for that candle. That is when it will now move and then form another new candle. So that is what time frame means. Okay, if you look at this point now, this is only telling you the time that each candle was formed. It formed in each, in 5 minutes. Each candle was formed in 5 minutes time. Now, if you change it to 15 minutes time frame, it will tell you what the price has been doing in 15 minutes. Now, if you look at this, it will take 15 minutes for each of these candles to form. But then, always, if you want to make your analysis in Forex, you keep going around this time frame so that you will be able to have a deeper understanding of what the price is trying to do. So now, for us to understand this better, let me go up on 4 hours time frame. Let's go to 4 hours time frame, and then we pick a particular candle, and then we look at what the price was doing. Okay, now let's look at this place. Okay, now as I was telling you, this what this normally does is that it goes up. It opened at this point, and then it went up high, and then it came down to this lowest point and then close around this point. Now this candle that you are seeing, this very candle that you are seeing, let me increase it so that you will see it, and then we will have an understanding of what I'm trying to explain. Now this is what happened to this candle. Let us go to our whiteboard so that I will illustrate it for you. It looks something like this. It looks something like this. It opened around this point, okay, and then it went up very high like this. It now came down, very low, and then went up again and then closed. It did something like this, where it formed as this body of the wick. Okay, now if you look at this, on a lower time frame, it is going to break these candles into smaller pieces to tell you what the price has been doing within each of that time. Okay, now this is 4 hours time frame. It means we have, if we bring this down to 15 minutes, we will have a lot of candles, in this place telling us what the price have been doing in every 15 minutes. Now let me highlight this place, and then we break it down to a smaller candle. Okay, now let's take a look at this, guys. You will get to understand what I'm trying to say. So now let's go to our 15 minutes time frame. Then we now take a look at what that candle has been doing. Okay, So this will give us a very big idea of what we mean by that candle. Now look at it. Look at where this candle started. You see, it went up, down, up, down, up, down. It opened around this place, actually. So when it opened around this place, let me bring this white line here. When it opened around this place, it now went up as high as this point. It now came down to this point. It now came up to this point, okay? And then it closed around this place. Now, this is what happened. Look at it. It closed around this point. You see it? Now, if you try to change this back to 4 hours, you see where it opened, you see this my white candle, and then my white line, and then you see this other white line. If you go up to that 4 hours, you will discover that that was the point it opened and that was the point it closed. If you look at that very candle that we closed, okay? So look at it, guys. This is the candle I highlighted. You see the highlight here? This is our 4 hours time frame. Now look at the place I put as the opening is just slightly around it. But if you are to go so precise, if I were to go so precise on that 4 minutes time frame, 15 minutes time frame, then I will get that entry. Okay, this was where it opened and this is where it closed. Can you see this line? So that is the same thing that happened. Now let us go back to that 15 minutes so that we will get to understand what I was saying. Now let's go back to that 50 minutes time frame. You will get to understand clearly what I was trying to explain. Okay, so let's go back to that point and then we see it. Now look at it. This was the opening, okay, around this point. You see it? It opened around this point. It now went up high. It now came down. If you try to break this down into even 15 minutes, into let's say 5 minutes, you will get to even get this information better. Okay, now let's look at it. Look at it here. So now this was where it opened, okay, around this point. Look at where the price was just moving and then it went up high, it went up down. Look at it, look at it very clear now, guys. It opened around this place, it went up, went up, went up, and then it came down. When it came down, it now decided to go up again and then it closed around this place. So that is what time frame is all about. So time frame is only telling you what the price is doing at a given point. So you are going to be using this a lot of the time when you are going to be making your analysis. So it's very important for you to understand the basics of what the time frame is all about. So I'm going to show you how to check your own time frame, in your MT4 in your phone. Okay, then I'm going to upload that video also so that you will be able to know how to do that using your phone, because you don't need to have a laptop before you can be able to trade Forex. Okay, your phone, as little as your phone can be, you can be able to trade Forex and then make a lot of money from that. So I believe you have understood what candlestick is all about. I believe you know what candlestick is all about. So all these charts that you're seeing, each one of these, each one of these things that you are seeing, they are called candlesticks. Okay, and then the bull candle is the one that is green, which is moving up. Okay, while the bear candle is the one that is moving down. And I just explained to you how you will be able to understand the opening point and then the closing point of a bull and a bear candle. You look at it now. If you look at it on a bigger scale, you will see the green candles are the ones that are moving up. Anytime you see it moving down, you see it forming a red candle. If it goes up, it forms a green. If it comes down, it forms red. If it goes up, it forms green. If it comes down, it forms red, green, comes down red. So that is what we mean by bull and then bear. So I want you to go to your videos. If you don't understand this, go back to this video again, watch it again, and then try to understand it, because I want you to really get these things. Because a time is coming when we are going to go deeper into the Forex, itself, where people, pick trades, how to pick trades, and then how to even make your analysis in the intermediate classes. And then you will need this knowledge of these basics to be able to have that understanding. So I believe you have picked a lot of value in this video. So in our next video, we are going to be discussing about currency pair. Okay, so this is it. We are going to be discussing about currency pair. We will look at what price means in Forex, so that these are also the basic things that you need to understand as a beginner. And then if you really want to take your Forex journey, you want to learn Forex to a professional level, then I will recommend you join our Telegram group, because we have our own tutors there, and then you will be able to have an opportunity to ask them questions, and then your questions will be responded in real time, and then you will get access, to a direct mentorship, opportunity where you will be mentored, and then you will get step by step approach on what to do in the forex market. Okay, because I have explained the first video that one of the major things that makes people to give up on forex, especially people that are beginning their journey in forex, is because they don't even know where to start from. Because some people will go on YouTube, they begin to watch videos from different tutors, and then they will not know which video to start with, because they will not even know where to begin, and then they will come across different videos at different level of understanding, and then it makes it very difficult for them to learn. But on this channel, which is Forex Concepts, I have dedicated my time and my knowledge and my effort to make these videos step after step, and that is why I am numbering them episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, and then once we are done with the beginners class, then we will move to intermediate class, and then I will record it based on episodes also, such that if you follow these episodes one after the other, and then you follow them serially, I see no reason why you will not become a profitable trader. Okay, let me even tell you this. Okay, if you follow these videos that I'm going to be taking you through, I see no reason why you will not become a self-made millionaire in forex. Take my words for it, guys. Okay, cut me anywhere, and then for you to be able to prove me, I will want you to stick to this channel, and then watch yourself learn, and then you look back at this point, and then you come back and look at these videos and look at the assurance I'm giving you on these videos. Then you will come back and then realize that you actually took the right decision to learn forex. So I believe you were able to learn a lot on this video. So thank you, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe this video, and then see you guys in another video. Bye.